Week 7 of the fantasy basketball season. And here's a few centers I looked to add this week. The first guy is Alex Len of the Sacramento Kings. So Alex Len, he's a guy each and every season, like he's on the ad list a couple weeks when he gets playing time. And then whatever team he's on, they just don't play him and his value goes down. But right now, Alvin Gentry, the head coach over there in Sacramento, with Luke Walton gone over the last week. And right now, Len's getting playing time and he's making the most of his opportunity. On the season, 7.2 points a game, 4.3 rebounds, 1.2 assists, and 55% from the field and 1.3 blocks a game. But the last few games here for Len, he's starting to produce while he's getting more playing time. November 22nd, he only played 9 minutes versus Philly. 4 points, 1 rebound, 25% from the field. But the last 2 games here, his minutes have gone up. November 24th versus Portland, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a block, even added a 3, 83% from the field. And then versus the Lakers in that triple overtime game on the 26th, 37 minutes. He played 12 points, 8 boards, a block, a 3, and 50% from the field. So Len's an old school center. He's not really going to stretch the floor, but this season here, he's trying to hit that 3 ball. And the last 2 games here, he's hit the 3 ball. So right now, Gentry likes playing Alex Len. He's shaking things up over there a little in Sacramento. And Len's been producing since he's got extended minutes. And right now, he's available in 97% of fantasy leagues. So right here, if you want to give him an ad and need help at center, I think he's a good ad because this guy easily, in my opinion, could average 10 and 7 if he gets consistent minutes with a block and a half a game. The next center I looked at this week's Javale McGee of the Phoenix Suns. So this Sun team, what a season it's been for them. And Javale McGee, in my opinion, he's been a great part of this team and putting up numbers and producing in this 16-game winning streak here for the Suns. So on the season for McGee, 10.2 points a game, 7.3 rebounds, a block a game, 66% from the field. So we know McGee's always been a good shooting percentage guy with a lot of putbacks and alley-oop slams. We know he's been a good rebounder and a good shot blocker throughout his career. And he's putting up numbers only playing about 15, 20 minutes a game is McGee. So the last few games, November 24th at the Cavs, 13 points, 12 boards, 2 assists, a steal, a block, 66% from the field. November 26th at the Knicks, 6 points, 8 boards, an assist, a steal, a block, 66% from the field. And November 27th at the Brooklyn Nets, 10 points, 10 boards, a block, and 42% from the field. So right here, only in these 15, 20 minutes a game, he's almost putting up a double-double nightly here is Javale McGee, and he's not getting respect. I know people have made fun of him, like I've mentioned in other videos over the years, on Shaq and the Fool and him being confused out there at times on the court. But this guy, he's been a good piece for the Suns here, like I mentioned, and he definitely can help fantasy owners in many categories, rebounding, scoring decently, blocking shots, and the field goal percentage. And right now, he's available in 71% of fantasy leagues. The next center is Marvin Bagley of the Sacramento Kings. So Bagley's finally being unleashed here by Alvin Gentry after Luke Walton left. Whatever the reason was, Walton just didn't want to play him. But Bagley now on the season, 6 points a game, 5.4 boards, an assist a game, and 48% from the field. But ever since he's been back in the mix here is Bagley. He's starting to produce numbers. And this is what you want to see here. He was a high draft pick 3-4 seasons ago for the Sacramento King team, and it just really hasn't panned out for him. But right now, he's available in 79% of fantasy leagues, but owners have ran out there and picked him up in 13% over the last few days. So the last few games for him, November 22nd versus Philly, 4 points, 5 boards in only 12 minutes. But November 24th versus Portland, 20 minutes played, 10 points, 8 boards, 2 threes he even added, 66% from the field. And then in that triple overtime victory at the Lakers at the 26th, 35 minutes, 13 points, 7 boards, 4 assists, a 3, and 100% from the field. So right here, Gentry shaking things up. And this King team now have won 2 in a row here since he's mixed and matched and put the players in he wants to play. So Bagley definitely could have fantasy value in my opinion. He's a young guy. He was a lottery pick. And now with Alvin Gentry as the head coach, he's going to have an opportunity. And we'll see what he can do. The next center is Guillermo Hernangomez of the New Orleans Pelicans. So last season, he had some value as Hernangomez when Steven Adams went down. But now they've unleashed him once again over here is New Orleans, and he's producing numbers. This guy as well, if he's going to get playing time, he easily could put up 12 and 8, in my opinion, if he plays 25, 30 minutes a game. So on the season here for Hernangomez, 8.6 points a game, 5.4 boards, 1.9 assists, and 70% from the field. But the last few games here for him, with the extended minutes, like I mentioned, 20 minutes or more, November 22nd versus the T-Wolves in 22 minutes, 19 points, 11 boards, a steal, 88% from the field. November 24th versus the Wizards, 13 points, 7 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks at 3, 50% from the field. And November 26th at the Jazz, 13 points, 8 boards, 5 assists at 3, 66% from the field. And November 27th at the Jazz, once again in that back-to-back, 10 points, 8 boards, 3 assists, 71% from the field. So right here, in just about 20 minutes a game over the last 4 games, he's putting up huge numbers as Gomez. He's going to help you in scoring, rebounding, field goal percentage, and even assists here with 3 or 4 a game since he's got extended minutes. So right here, he's available still in a whopping 79% of leagues. But owners have ran out there quickly to their free agent pool and added him at 21%. But he's definitely a big pickup at the center position as long as he's going to get minutes. And the 5th and final center I looked at this week, Looney of the Golden State Warriors. So Javale Looney and this Warrior team are having a great season here. And Looney, he was a big part of those championship runs, believe it or not, with his rim protection and his hustle, rebounding, and defense. So on the season, numbers aren't great, but he's still producing 5.6 points a game, 6.8 rebounds, 1.1 assists, and 53% from the field. So right here, this Warrior team's riding high here, winning 5 in a row, and the best team in the Western Conference so far this season. And Looney, he's had some good ball games. So he's going to help you in rebounding, shooting percentage for the most part, and block a few shots here and there. And he's available in 92% of fantasy leagues. So the last few games here for Looney, November 21st versus Toronto, 7 points, 10 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 75% from the field. November 24th versus the 76ers, 6 points, 5 boards, a steal, 2 blocks, 50% from the field. And November 26th versus Portland, 12 points, 7 boards, and 85% from the field. So right here, he's very productive, in my opinion. He'll going to give you the 3 or 4 categories, is Looney, with the rebounding, shooting percentage, and the shot blocking. And right now, he's playing good minutes for Golden State. I know he's been injury prone over the last few seasons, but as long as he's healthy and Wiseman doesn't come back anytime soon, he's definitely got a spot in 10 and 12 team leagues, in my opinion, is Looney. So that's a few centers I've looked to add here for Week 12 of the fantasy basketball season.